Hey, what's up guys and gals? NoZoupForYou here, and before I get to the meat of this video, I have a quick announcement. I had a birthday a little while ago, and as such, I have a present for you all. I'm giving away a USS Massachusetts to one lucky winner. Details of how you can get into the drawing are in the description of this video. Now, onward we go. You do you. Such a simple sentiment, but one that's rarely seen in practice, especially in World of Warships. The concept is simple. Forget about everyone else. Do what you need to do in order to make the game most enjoyable for yourself. Again, easy concept, but not so easy in reality. Now more than ever, I find this to be important, and quite honestly, things lately have gotten out of hand in my opinion. A lot of it's because of the current CV situation. I've seen a lot of vitriol and hatred thrown around. Never in my days of playing World of Warships did I think I'd see flat-out hatred towards players for playing a certain class. I don't want to open up the CV issue, I really don't. But being nasty towards players that play the class is just plain silly right now. We're better than this, guys and gals. It's not the player's fault they're given a class you think isn't complete. It's not their fault they enjoy playing said class. If anything, direct your anger towards wargaming. In a constructive way though, please. Don't direct it towards the player. They're just trying to have fun. The same can be said for ranked gameplay right now with rental ships. It's not the player playing the rental ship's fault that they're in the game. It's not. It wasn't their decision. They're just trying to have fun in a new way. Yeah, we might not all agree with it, but you do you. Let them play the game. Don't direct it towards the player. They're just trying to have fun. The Reddit community just hit 50,000 players. That's an insane number. I've watched it blossom from well under 10,000 to where it is now. But the mods are working overtime to quell an abundance of negativity. Guys, you do you. Don't worry about the other players. Focus on yourselves and your game. Make it enjoyable for yourself the best you can. I know things aren't perfect. They may not be for a while, but the other players are not your enemy. They are what's keeping this game alive. They're needed to populate the game. There's so much in this game that provides fun and entertainment. I mean, what other reason are we playing for? If you get no joy out of the game, why play at all? But then again, you do you. If you want to be a misanthrope or play the game because you're a masochist, you do you. But just leave it to that and leave the other players alone. Many things in this game bring me joy. Devastating strikes through large caliber battleship guns. The same with torpedoes. Even landing good drops with carriers is a source of enjoyment. But that's me doing me. Give me a brawl in the middle sometimes rather than a boring snipe fest and I'm completely happy. But you know what? If a player likes sniping from the rear, yeah, it might annoy me. It might not be what I would want to see. But I'm not going to bitch at them. I'm not going to complain about something we've been complaining about for what, 5 years? They're playing how they want to play, or the only way they know how. And I'd rather them populate the server than not play at all. Conversely, if you like to rush into cap and brawl, I won't say a thing. In the spirit of you do you, if you enjoy chasing your stats, go for it. It's enjoyable for a lot of players. I'm not going to stop you. It's not for me anymore, though it was in the beginning. I'm not going to say a single thing about the way you decide to play. Sure, I might make suggestions. For instance, please cap B, or if we don't cap B, we'll lose. From there, it's your choice, your decision. And yes, I'll likely be salty if we lose when we should have won. But I've been on both sides of the fence, and not a single one of you out there hasn't been the reason for a loss or made a stupid mistake. I don't care how damn good you are. Far too often as players, we worry way too much about what others are doing. We do this to the point we forget to worry about ourselves and neglect our own play or lack thereof. As individuals, we only have so much influence. Shouting at a player after you've been sunk and are sitting on the sidelines will do very little to change that player's play style or habits. So why bother? It won't solve anything. I know some players are just that way. When I see it, I ignore. You do you, right? If you want to aggravate the entire team by constantly whining and chat you didn't have support when you rushed in the first minutes of the round and sank, that's on you. I'm not going to tell you to shut up. Though I do hope Wargaming one day implements a function to silence players or turn the chat off altogether, but I'm not going to let one player wreck my fun, or a class of ships, nor should you. In a perfect world, you shouldn't have to go through game after game being told you suck or are a noob just because you aren't as good as others. Let's face it, some players will never be good at the game. That doesn't mean they aren't entitled to enjoy the game. Leave them be. Coach them if you want, but talk to them, not at them. So here's the deal. Players play warships for a variety of reasons. Some like the historical aspect. Some like watching ships blow up. There's no right or wrong answer to why you should play. The same goes for how you play. Sure, there are norms. There are expectations. There's meta. We expect battleships to tank. We expect destroyers to cap. But so what if they don't? So what if that destroyer goes on a CV hunt? Yeah, he might not be helping his team as much as he could, but does it hurt you that much? He or she's enjoying the game. Instead of criticizing or yelling, ignore it and do what you need to do to enjoy the game. You do you. It's so easy, yet it seems like it's so hard. So here's my challenge. Really, you're probably tired of hearing this by now. You do you. Figure out what works for you, what makes the game fun for you, and focus on that. Filter out everyone else. Don't care what they say. Don't care what they do. And again, you just do you. Anyhow, words of inspiration, right? I really hope you do take it to heart, and I really do hope you get out there and find that fun if it's missing right now. And if you're always having fun in this game, good for you. I'm happy. I wish you great fortune in all the wars to come. Zoup out.